At what age did you join the military?
I was about, let's see, I was in college, about 20, 21.
So you were already in college and joined the military?
Mm-hmm. I was already in college. I went to ROTC, and then I went to the military from there.
Usually it's the other way around, right? Usually people go to join the military
to get money for school.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of did the opposite. What was the thinking there?
Really, it was kind of like I wanted to escape Cincinnati. You know, Ohio is boring. There's really nothing going on there. I had bigger dreams and ambitions, and I like to travel. So, and then not only that, but I was really like taken back by like watching, you know, them on campus doing ROTC and stuff like that. And like I said, G.I. Jane has always been one of my favorite movies.
You saw ROTC stuff in high school or during college years?
No, they have ROTC in colleges too.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was just a high school type thing, where they kind of warm up high schoolers to the military lifestyle and stuff like that.
Nah, they do ROTC to get, you know, college people to go and be officers and stuff like that.
Was it a financial thing? Was it maybe you going to school and, you know, you need some more funds and that
Not
was
at all. I actually had an academic scholarship. So I didn't need the funds. I just wanted to get out of Ohio.
Previous family members in the military?
Nobody in my family in the military. They actually thought it was a very bad idea for me. They're like, you're not going to make it. They like, it's not for you.
You don't sound like the typical person that joins the military for the typical reasons. Usually
I don't do anything for the typical reasons. I'm probably the person that does everything for the opposite reasons. So my thinking was kind of like, you know, I took the ASVAB. I got this high score. Everybody's like, you know, go to the Air Force. But it was kind of more so a challenge to go to the Army. So I was like, I'm going to go with the Army.
So what year in your college years did you make this happen? Was it a freshman choice, a sophomore choice, junior year?
This is my junior year.
Junior year, when you're in college for your major, these are your major years now, you joined the military?
I did.
This sounds crazy.
But my military experience also kind of related back to my major. So I was 25 Bravo. For people who don't know what that is, that's a comm series, which is an info technology specialist. I was in school for public relations and marketing, so kind of goes hand in hand.
Were you ever worried about thoughts of war and stuff like that?
Well, at the time, I had a good president, so I wasn't worried.
Yeah, he was kind of anti-war, right?
Now, I would kind of be worried about that.
I see. Now, how long did you do in the military?
So my little stint was short. It was 3.5 years. I got a medical discharge, so. But I ain't mad about it. They gave me a check.
Right. Was the military discharge, okay, once you got in the military, were there thoughts of getting out of it when your contract was up before the military discharge?
Well, my contract was only for 5 years anyway. Well, close to 5 years. And then it was kind of like, I enjoyed myself in there. I'm not going to lie. When I was going through boot camp, I wrote a lot of letters home like, yeah, I'm not going to make it. I was not enjoying myself. And then I kind of felt like I went through a lot, me being the person I am. You know, in the military, they always say, you know, you're no longer an individual. I've always been an individual person. So I kind of got the tail end of that, you know. Like, I got a hard time from my drill sergeants and stuff.
Yes, and that was going to be actually my next question, was I've been seeing reports and stuff in the media about how women are treated in the military, and there's a lot of horror stories right now about the way women are treated that are coming to the surface, to the light.
I don't know anything about their horror stories. I mean, I kind of had a couple of tussles with some female and male drill sergeants, so I kind of got a slick mouth sometimes, and you know, like I said, I'm an individual in the Army, you're an army of one, so I had to get with that program.
Looking back, was that the right decision for you to join the military, or do you wish you didn't do it maybe at that time, or maybe you should have done something like that before you went to college, earlier in life, or what?
No, I'm definitely glad I did it when I did it. It taught me a lot of stuff. So before I went to the military, I had a prior situation with trying to pledge into a sorority. So that kind of also geared me up for going into the Army, because it's kind of like the same stuff. So if I would have did that before going to college, I don't think I would have been able to handle it. And if I would have waited to after, I think I would have just been over the situation. So.
I see. Now, okay, best thing about being in the military, what's the best perk of it?
The best thing, I would say the relationships and the people I met, and the discipline. Like, you learn a lot. Like, you meet a lot of people from different places all over. I met people from all over the world who came. Some people came just to get their visa or whatever, whatnot. Other people had different reasons why they came either. So it was just kind of cool to, you know, be in one place with all these different girls and guys.
The worst perk? What's the downside of it?
The strenuous activities. PT, to this day, I will not do a sit-up. I will not do a pull-up. I cheated on a lot of PT tests, but it is what it is.
I see. Now, okay, let's say somebody's watching this and they're having thoughts about joining the military. They're on the fence. They don't know if they should or they shouldn't. Is there an appropriate age, just with your experience and how everything happened for you, is there an appropriate age you recommend somebody to join? Do you recommend people to join in the first place, not join? What's your take on it?
Like I said, I had a great military experience. You know, even the hard times was a learning experience for me. So I would recommend people joining into the military, but I mean, with what's going on right now, I don't know per se. Right. But like I said, it's not a bad thing at all. But I would say it's better to do it when you're young, but not too young. So I wouldn't say go right when you turn 18. A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
But don't wait till you're like 25, because a lot of those people who waited till they were older couldn't cut it, couldn't pass PT tests. They just got a real hard time. But, you know, a lot of those people were doing it to pay back student loans or, you know, other situations they had going on.
Now, what about women that want to join the military and they're thinking about it, they don't know if they should? Is there any particular advice to them on that, or same advice you have already just given us?
I think it depends on a woman's strength and willpower. It's not for every lady. That's why they have different, you know, branches of military. So you got to pick which one best suits you. If you wanted to be on a lighter note, you might want to go to the Air Force. But like I said, I advocate for the military. It's a great thing.